right there. That's me, and that's who people think I am. How come artificial intelligence knows that I'm Christian Eric Meyer? How come artificial intelligence knows that people aren't competent? Well, then they can't pretend that I'm fucking. They also ignore non-organic, and they can't pretend. They can't pretend that I'm these people. You're not competent whatsoever, Canada. Like, I already showed. Like, I anticipated everything that you were going to do yesterday. It's already online. You're terrible, and you pretend that you. That's so you can see how. Again, hold on. Well, you're already done. You can see how I'm trying to show the time. So once again, they're not following any directive. So it's not showing the date. It's on my phone. That's straight. Normally it shows the date, but this is the staff that was hacked my phone last night. This is because normally at the top there it shows the date. Why wouldn't it show the date on my phone? That's the Surrey Hospital staff hack. My settings right there. Get them all. So let's see, automatic time and date. So you can see where it says July 26, 2025. So there it finally shows up now. So once again, all the perpetrators at the Surrey Hospital. So here is her home address right here. There's her home address right there. That's the perpetrator right there. And here's the boss of the system, Christian Eric Meyer right there. And here's the roommate that they're trying to pretend that I look like right there. He has brown hair, blue eyes. And they can't fool the system that you're idiots trying to fool that you're me. Like, that's why I'm getting aged on film. Yeah, and now once again, people can't get wrinkles on film and then them disappear. So here's the perpetrators at the Surrey Hospital that are trying to harm me right now. And so connecting all cadavers that they've historically had connected to Christian Eric Meyer to them, and permanently. So I'm just going to show you something here, because the Sault Ste. Marie Hospital, they only implement maneuvers when I have my cell phone, and they restrict me to have my cell phone for only 3 hours a day, and the Canadian government does as well. So that means there's never going to be a Canadian celebrity in Hollywood. There'll never be another celebrity in Hollywood that's Canadian. Look at this right here. Look at this right here, guys. Watch this right here. Watch this. Every one of those mistakes were made, and you didn't follow any of those directives, and so eventually that's high treason. And once the Canadian public finds out that you're a threat to people behind bars in prison, they're going to execute you accordingly.
Thank you. Yeah.
That means, well, you can see how I considerably look better now than I did a few seconds ago. So you can see how you'll never be able to hide behind my culpability. Hide your culpability behind me ever again. So that's So there was the perpetrators right there, and they don't have any genetic relation. So connecting cadavers to them, like how they suffer immediately. Like, women don't want stinky men. They don't want stinky men. So once again, you know what happens? Like Josh, this nurse at the Surrey Hospital, that's what he looks like, showing his DNA. That's what he looks like there. He pretends to be my deceased brother who died at that point. And then Haley looks like, showing DNA, that's what she looks like here. She's pretending to be my deceased sister, right? And then Mike looks like, showing his DNA, he's pretending to be my dad. And then this patient is pretending to be my mother. They're all deceased. And so how competent is the Surrey Hospital? How competent is the Canadian military? And you'll never get any of my directives ever again. You'll never be able to use any of my systems. You're restricted. I sent an email to the Ontario Board of Surgeons. It showed that I have triallic DNA markers. That means, and with my unique skeleton and muscles, basically. And here's what they're trying to get. Once again, these rapists right there. They try to hide through me. So with my muscle structures, my skeletal structures, and my DNA markers, I could be a new species. And I'll just show you proof of this right here. And so I sent this to the Ontario Board of Surgeons at like at about before 10 a.m. in the morning, and I haven't been released yet from the hospital. And geneticists are aware of it. So the combination of the skeletal and muscular structures and those triales, along with this distinct DNA, could indicate a new species, and it requires further investigation. So this proves that I could be a new species. So all these people that are pretend to be me, they don't have those. Well, right? So they're to be turned off. They're imposters. So imagine like what is let's see. Because I'll just show you here. First of all, I'll show you how I'm going to be the true king of the United Kingdom and all monarchies, because I'm related to Marcus Aurelius. So here's what this is what King Charles's grandfather looks like. He's not a black man, and that's what I look like on the right, Christian Eric Meyer. This would be the right, and this would be the left. But they allow people that can't even tell left and right to make decisions. That's how incompetent they are. So if you're a police officer and you can't tell the difference between left and right, how can you apprehend criminals? So you're fired. You're not competent. You're not competent whatsoever. So I'm going to be the true king of the United Kingdom, because you can see how much I look like King Charles's grandfather, George VI. You can't hide through my phone. I know what you're trying to do. Like, you're idiots. And so for you to have rape suits and then rape me, once again, if you like, just say my body's the plane and my brain is the pilot. So now with subliminal and computer technology and a whole bunch of manipulating the forced air systems and a whole bunch of nutrition and what have you. So if you take the pilot out of the scenario, then you become the pilot and you crash the plane and cause bodily harm. That pilot, the original pilot, isn't responsible, rapist. You're the fucking problem. You're the disease, and you need to be put down accordingly. This is the anxiety of people worldwide when you fucking use rape suits to cause problems for good people. You're going to be terminated as such. You're going to be terminated as such. People just died. They just died. You know what happens? Like Josh, he's that one's shown as non-organic, showing his DNA. Ignoring non-organic and showing his DNA completely. They made me say the opposite. And so once again, that's what he looks like. And so he's a splinter. And you know what splinters do? They get under your skin. And you know what happens? Splinters need to be brought down to fucking size and smooth the fuck out.